So we had a timeline jump. This felt like it was 2 days ago. You might have noticed yesterday and today the energy feels lighter, feels more clear. The weather has cleared. You may feel like you're breathing actual fresh air, which is so nice. Today you might have had a weird wave come through around 3 p.m. would have been like Eastern time, or even like 10:30 this morning. Just a little wave of yuck. This to me feels like just little psychic attack stuff of, we see you jumped, let me see if I can just throw a wrench in that or just kind of tank your energy. Ignore it and keep going. Smudge it, clear it, move on. Do not engage. What happens is when you start to focus on your own stuff, your own life, you may find that, or we go through these jumps, right? You may find that not everyone's a big fan of that, and your little muggles will try to interject their icky energy and ignore it. This is how you know you are close to your actual personal breakthrough. So you continue on with what you're doing because your personal breakthrough is right there. Let yourself have the win. You may notice things around you. People around you are happier, a little brighter, a little more friendly, a little more loving to each other. That is also proof of higher timeline. Also, there may be little problems that you may see in your own life, or situations that you see in your newsfeed that all of a sudden the problems are gone. Whenever we elevate, they just work themselves out. Keep going. Don't feed the fears, feed trust. If you see contrast or whatever you don't like, just put it down. If you're working on manifesting stuff, do your wouldn't it be nice if, and then spend 5, 10, 20 minutes on writing down wouldn't it be nice if. Visualize it, make it a full sensory experience. So you see it, feel it, hear it, as if you are already there. The more time you spend on it, the faster it's going to happen. The more you believe it, the faster it's going to happen. With more excitement and passion, it's going to move very quickly. It was rough making this jump. Went through quite a bit for this one. So if you feel like, although you look around, it looks great, but you're tired and you feel weary, like you had a hell of a battle and you have to catch up to the jump, that's normal. That happened. Some people will say, everything looks great and everyone else is doing great. I feel exhausted and feel like I've been through a battle and I have to catch up on my own stuff. That's normal, because all the work that goes into this can be exhausting. So when it's like shoving someone where they need to be and then you're exhausted from the shove. Take the time you need. If you need to sleep, you need to rest, you need to regroup, do the regroup. And remember, anything that you see that is contrast or anything that you do not want, you say no to it. Not on my timeline. Everything is based on agreements. So your yeses and nos are important. They're the deciding factors of what goes on in your personal universe. And something's been coming up for 2 days as far as value. People need to value themselves. If people, I heard this last night, and it was a place that I was driving around, and people were kind of rebellious and a little bit, everything was good. Everything felt really good, but there were just a few stragglers in between that were kind of, rebelling. And I just said, it's because they don't feel valued. If people feel valued, they don't rebel. So value yourself. There was a bigger message there of everyone needs to value themselves. You are worth a good life. You are worth being loved. You are worth having your dreams come true, whatever that is. No matter how small or big, whatever resonates with you, whatever you've been always pulled to, whatever lights you up and makes you happy and excited, you deserve to have that, or be that, or do that. You deserve it. There's something also with self-care. See, empaths especially, the more light you carry, the more empathic you are. Light is empathy. And what empaths do a lot of the time is, no, that's okay, you have it. I'm okay. As long as you're okay, I'm okay. Well, there's been another shift. The point of this particular shift is the more full you are and the more you give to yourself without guilt. I'm talking to you. I know I'm talking to me too. The more you elevate, the more full on overflow you are, the higher you're going to elevate in frequency. And that is going to fix a million issues. But you're going to lift everything up around you. And you are going to resonate with the higher timeline, where all the good stuff is. We went through this 10 years ago or so, where the energy vibration of self-sacrifice had to stop. That it was messages about self-care for all the worker bees. That you had to start putting yourselves first. That is very uncomfortable for a lot of us. especially if you're very mission-based and very, everyone else needs to be okay. The times we're in, there's another big reminder for self-care and self-focus, as in to help the bigger picture. God told me some years ago that, as a message for empaths, that you guys need to be so good to yourselves that you start to feel really guilty. That is the baseline of what regular people do to take care of themselves and show up for themselves. So be so good to yourself that you start to feel really guilty, and know that that's the baseline of what you should actually be doing, despite what anybody thinks about it, because God sees value in you. Remember that. Till the next one. Love you guys.